Okay, well I just got done doing the initial rub on the opal. It's called rubbing it down when you sort of pre-shape it and take some of the excess potch off the outside. It's still quite large. I did remove a lot of material, but I didn't have to remove too much. It got a little bit scary up in the top of the stone here when the area where I sliced off originally. It looked like the black potch that you see here on the back side was going to go straight through, and I couldn't see the laser when I tried shining it through from the side, like I mentioned earlier. So I was almost certain that the opal was just going to be ruined right here. It was just going to be full of potch, and I was going to have to work off the sides of the stone, cut it down, and try to get some smaller pieces. But fortunately, I left a little bit on there because you don't want to rub it all the way down on your coarsest wheel. You want to save a little bit of skin on the outside for the finer wheels, so you can get rid of all these scratches. But finally, after probably a good half hour working on it, all that black was starting to come off the top, and the little bit that's left there, I can see through it. It's probably a little bit difficult to see through it on the camera, but I can wet it. You see that's a fairly bright stone. Initially, I thought it was going to be mostly blue when I was looking at the color bars on the side, and with, you know, mostly blue with a little bit of green. Value-wise, green is much more desirable than a blue opal. A lot of people like the looks of the blue ones, but green is more rare, so I'd rather be stuck with a green stone after all that work than a blue stone. And it's a nice combination, mostly green and blue. Nice large broad flash pattern. And it actually got a little bit brighter than I was thinking looking at the side. I thought it might have had a brightness of about 3, which you go brightness 1 to 5. It's looking like it's going to shape up to be about a 4. So just about as bright as you can get with a beautiful green flash. Now, I'm pretty sure I'll get one very large semi-black opal on this end here. Pretty much what you see there. I'll most likely make it an oval because then it's a bit easier to find a piece of jewelry for it. You don't have to have something custom made. Again, with opal, they always say make the jewelry for the stone, not make the stone fit the jewelry. But from a consumer standpoint, I know you guys don't want to necessarily spend thousands of dollars on a stone and then go pay thousands of dollars to get a piece of jewelry made. Now, the one thing I noticed, and I pretty much expected it from the beginning, but the other half of the stone is going to have to be sliced off. So if we could zoom in for a second. Okay, so what I see here, there's a line that runs from this side of the stone all the way up to here by my fingertip. And what it is, sometimes in opal, they form in faults in the ground, and every once in a while the earth shifts and it breaks the opal, but then it fills in with new opal fluid. Sometimes the opal fluid has color in it, sometimes, like this one, it's gray. So that's actually not going to get rubbed out. I can see it going straight through the stone. So I'm going to have to slice from right about there on the side all the way up through here. So that's going to be my big stone on that end. And on this end, it looks like I still may be able to get that double-sided opal that I was talking about originally. So I see some potch coming through here. This is this black potch in the stone that you see going along the bottom. It runs on a line and it comes right through here through this gray spot. And it runs right underneath here. I can see the black potch poking through this gray line. It runs all the way to this corner and it goes down through there. So what I'll probably end up doing is getting one or two smaller stones right up in this area, and if I'm lucky, there's another potch line that runs right through here. If I'm lucky, I could get a nice double-sided stone right on this corner of the stone. And there's color on both sides. There's color up here, color down here, and that color actually has a little bit more orange in it, so it's a nice orange green blue, or green orange blue. So it's probably going to be my plan of attack anyway. And with any luck, should get one beautiful big stone out of it. And like I thought in the beginning, maybe a nice double-sided black opal right on this end here where my fingers are. And maybe one or two more stones right out of this little sliver here. So the next thing will be to go back to the saw, because again, we don't want to waste anything, and cut it down to shape. I'll probably cut more on this side so I can grind in toward the larger side to keep that stone as big as possible. One of the things with opal is carat size is key, much like the diamond industry. So, especially when you have a opal with this nice of a color, you know, it could be quite a valuable stone when I'm done. So, that'll be the next step.